Welcome to Channel 2S. I'm your host, Second Soundwave, returning once again for some more Gunpla news. The month of August has begun, summer's past its peak, and there's a new batch of Gunpla out in the wild. The first wave of August releases is now available, and there's some real gems in the mix this time. We got the RG Sinanju, which is looking absolutely stunning, way better than any other kit I've seen after a straight build. I didn't manage to get in a pre-order for one this time, but I will be grabbing one sometime down the line without a doubt. And then there's the Gyancelot. Hideous color of the weapons is nothing to really be surprised by, but it is a shame that that's the only gold-colored plastic on the entire kit. All the gold trim on the body, those are stickers, which kind of make it look even cheaper. They really should have bundled this model with a gold Gundam marker by default, because you're going to absolutely need one to make this look presentable. Once painted, though, it does reclaim that regal look it had back at the hobby show. The Double Zeta 2 is still the Double Zeta 2, not really much to say about it that I haven't already. Both the new build custom packs dropped in the same release batch, and it is worth noting that the box art for the Northern Pod suggests that the two modified Impulse Gundams will make up the rest of Gyanko's team in the OVA. It's great to see that they're doing another trio that can be added to the short list of full teams we've gotten from Tri. And the Pandagguy looks to be a bit more than I expected it to be, because we're getting a couple different stickers included to change the emotions, which is kind of cool. And of course, it's got that little bamboo shoot we've been seeing it clutching in its little paws since day one. The Hyaku-Shiki Revive is also beginning to trickle out into the hands of some reviewers, so that should probably be out by the end of the week. The gold's still super ugly, but the kit itself does look really nice. Last episode I stated that the green and purple Petitegguy is for premium Bandai releases. That was apparently incorrect, as both of them are up for pre-order at the usual places. Not that surprising, since Peargguys are pretty strong sellers from what I've heard. Bandai's put out one of these poster-style promo images for the Crossbone Double Kai, and it looks to be exactly what it appeared to be at first. No new sculpting, no new weapons other than the full cloth crossbow. Absolutely forgettable. I was half wondering if they include those grappling hooks from the first Kai, but they aren't present in the promo poster, so they most likely won't be a part of the final kit. Back to the subject of August retail releases, we've got box art for the rest of them. The SD Barbatos DX Set bears a striking resemblance to the rest of the IBO kits, which fits the pattern of the recent BB Century releases, following the box layout of their larger brethren instead of that of the SD line in general. The Astaroth Origin has some pretty slick art as well, showing off its hammer and shotgun weapon combo. Have I mentioned that I love IBO's weapons yet? Because I do. A lot. Also, the Astaroth Origin looks really great in action, or at least it does here. Definitely a kit I'll be getting at some point, even if I don't plan on pre-ordering it. Finally, the September Build Fighters kits. We got completely unmodified images of them without even the stickers applied. The color separation looks really solid, with no large stickered areas from what I can see. Other than possibly Shia's Quanta, though, there's not really anything I'm personally interested in, but I'm sure someone out there is ecstatic that we're getting a pink Peargguy with angel wings and a Sailor Moon wand. There are clear official images now for the Master Grade Thunderbolt upgrade set, and the hangar itself actually looks really awesome. It can be used to store all the armor and accessories, and it looks great while it's doing it. The guns look like they'll need some painting, though. It's a cool add-on to the main kit that is totally unnecessary, but still interesting. A perfect P-Bandai release. There's just one last kit to talk about tonight, and that's... God damn it. Just once, I'd like to be able to look into the news without seeing another bullshit P-Bandai release that should have been shot down before it left the drawing board. This is the Heavy Arms EW version, and since it's a P-Bandai model, it's obviously not a suit any of you have heard of before, so I'll fill you in on what little I know about it. Back in the 90s, there was this little-known Gundam spin-off, like nobody really watched. It was super obscure. It was something, I don't know, you might have heard of it. It was called Gundam Wing. It was never popular anywhere in the world, least of all in the countries that cannot use the premium Bandai web shop. The Heavy Arms very rarely appeared in this show, and this variant here, you only see it very briefly for a couple frames in the background of the sequel OVA, which did so poorly that its name is most certainly not featured on every single Master Grade from the timeline. Naturally, it makes perfect sense to release it this way, which is just as well since it's more or less my least favorite Gundam design of all time. Yeah, why not? And that's about as long as I can keep this up for. When I last did that last one checkup before recording this video, this is not what I was expecting or hoping I'd see in the news. This was just going to be a chill, relaxed update on some of the new kits coming out soon, but then Bandai has to come along with their weekly reminder that they have little to no interest in continuing to perpetuate their best-selling grade and would much rather just reprint the kits they've already made instead. Which they are doing, by the way. I didn't mention this before, but 2016 has seen the reprinting of virtually every single kit that they've made ever. Like, we got 00 high grades, Seed 1100s, everything from Double Zeta to the G-Unit line. even doing stuff like Evangelion and One Piece that aren't even Gundam. They're just doing it all. And it's becoming increasingly apparent that Bandai is putting little to no effort into the production of new molds, instead deciding to coast along on what they've already put R&D money into. After all, they've made almost 1,000 kits, in fact, probably over 1,000 kits by this point. I mean, they've released everything. There's nothing more people would want to buy, right? Wrong. There are countless mobile suits still in need of representation. I can think of at least 15 or 20 off the top of my head that would have no trouble selling at all. And even if this is just a slow year for Gunpla, where they're just coasting on reprints and exclusives until they can put more money into R&D, then why the hell are they shooting themselves in the foot by releasing exclusives now that could be released at mass retail afterwards for a bigger profit? This makes the least amount of sense for the Wing kits, as their justification for doing so is that, oh well, Wing only did well in America and not in Japan. And then they proceed to make the kits only available in Japan and not America. Great work, guys. And that's all I can take for tonight. I'm Second Soundwave. This is Channel 2S, home of Gunpla news and reviews. Subscribe if you're new here. Leave a like if you're pissed off at Bandai. Rage your vents or vent your rage in the comments. I don't care. Up to you, and I'll see you next time.